digital issues on the back. So that's why I haven't sent it to you yet, Tanya, is because we're still trying to work through some issues or some kinks with the digital file and converting it. As soon as we have that worked out, we'll get that emailed over to you. So that's what's been the delay on that. And that's why we haven't launched the podcast just yet. But we're going to keep broadcasting, keep interviewing people. The first 3 episodes, I think, have been phenomenal. Everybody had a lot of great things to share. So we're definitely going to keep that cranking out. All right, so with that being said, let me go ahead and officially introduce the Create Your New Life. I am your host, Michael G. Davis, broker and CEO of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm. Excited to be here on another Tuesday. Tuesday at 12:30, we get together. We talk a little bit about business. We talk a little bit about, what's coming up as it relates to our company. And now we've added this element of the Real to Life podcast, where we bring in and we interview one of maybe our agents or somebody in the real estate profession. And I'm so excited to hear from this young lady. She's on already, Ms. Brina Fairbanks. Can't wait for us to dig into the conversation. So she's going to share a little bit about herself, and we're really going to dig into some of the topics that as it relates to leaving legacies and, and working with customers, getting them to trust you and things like that. So that's coming. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started like we typically do. Let me share my screen. All right, and also I have the chats open. So if you want to chat, if you want to unmute yourself, you want to comment, definitely take advantage. Do that, and it's not a problem. Let's see. Backwards today. Boom, there we go. Yeah, okay, let me share my screen. All right, so we always start off with, where you can find us. Social media is the best place to engage, to connect, working very diligently. Oh, you know what? That's what the problem is. I'm like, what's going on with my internet connection? I wasn't plugged in. Got to get plugged in, Mr. Davis. All right, but the social media, best place to find us, YouTube channel. We post about 2 to 3 videos a week on our YouTube channel. It's a great way to see kind of what events we have going on, what property tours, just a number of things. So YouTube is great. Subscribe to it, and you will be able to get plugged in to what we have. Then we got our Facebook business page where we promote all of our events. One of the biggest goals that we have this year is that we want to make sure that our agent members, everybody that's a part of our ecosystem, our agent members, our affiliate members, our enthusiasts, that we're all up to date time. We don't want nobody to have to guess, have to figure out what we got going on. You guys are going to know what we're doing 100% of the time. So we really worked out a lot of kinks as it relates to our promotion and distribution of things. But if you want to engage with me on my personal platforms, that's an opportunity there as well. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, also on my personal Facebook page. So that's a great place for you to engage with me as well. Also, this is something new that we're bringing in. Like I said, we're expanding our ecosystem to not just include agents or agents or affiliate members. We also want to include what's called enthusiasts. So enthusiasts is somebody that hasn't quite decided to come over to the family, but they want to remain connected. So we figured out a way to make that happen. So we created a private Facebook page. All of my agents, you all on here, our affiliate members, I want to make sure that all of you all are in the private Facebook group, because there are great things. There's incentives that we offer in there, additional trainings, promotions. There's engagement that takes place on the inside of it. So if you're not a part of the private Facebook group, then we need to get that link over to you so we can get you in it, so we can get you up to speed. All right. Let's see. All right, so private Facebook group. All right, so now you may be watching this, maybe somebody sent it to you, and or maybe you're checking us out on the YouTube channel, or maybe you saw the Real to Life podcast, or wherever you're getting the information from. As we talk, as we discuss, as we go through things, there may be some things that that stand out to you. And because of that, we wanted to present this link where you can click on the link, schedule an in-person or online company introduction, so where you can learn more about all the great things that we offer here at Brooks and Davis. So definitely want to give you an opportunity to where you can take advantage of that as well. So, all right. So with that being said, the quote for today. All right. So the quote for today, thanks, Kim. We appreciate that. But the quote for today comes from, the screen is all over the place today. All right, comes from Henry David Thoreau. So for you all to take you back to English class when y'all were studying Henry David Thoreau. But our quote for today says, "It's not enough to be busy. The question is, what are we busy about?" Right? And I like that quote because a lot of times we're just busy little bees, but we're not effective. We're not getting nothing done. So you want to make sure that, as you approach things, as you are working, as you're focused on your work, you're putting in the work, that it's in those areas that are going to push the needle forward for you. We always, especially lately, we've been talking a lot about getting crystal clear on what matters to you, because on a daily basis, we tend to get caught up in doing things that are important to other people, getting busy in elements that are not necessarily our thing, but it's more their thing. And so you want to be careful with that. And so that's why I thought this is a very great quote from Mr. Henry David Thoreau. "It is not enough to be busy. The question is, what are we busy about?" All right. Today's title, "How to Sell Your Realtor Experience to Customers and Clients." Again, that comes from Brina and I are going to have a great talk as it relates to that. We're going to speak about some of the challenges that she may see in that vein. But also with you all taking part of the Real to Life podcast, you can chime in. Like I said, I have the chat open. You can ask your questions to us. If you're having similar situations, we can address those as well. We're also going to talk a little bit about our mission, also about, how our agents are receiving CE credits. And then we're going to, briefly look at a listing through our new listing showcase. And then we got a week filled of trainings that we want to educate everybody on as well. All right. Just a quick reminder, if you are on and you wanting to get the CE credit, and I'll show that real quick. Boom. It's real easy to get the CE credit. All you have to do is just be logged on kind of around this time once we get started. I have to be able to see your face the entire time, and you must stay online the entire hour. So as long as you do that, then you get your continuing education credit through the Texas Real Estate Commission. So it's real easy to take advantage of that. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our core ideology, or our moment in core. That is some time every week we spend to really remind you all of the things that matter to us, our core ideology, what we're made of. It consists of a core goal, a core mission, which we're going to talk about today, and our 5 core values. So the core mission that we're going to talk about today is to create a great experience for every stakeholder of the real estate community. That's what we want to achieve as a company. And that's what we want our ecosystem to be about, right? When people do business with us, when people are working with us, it's like we are bringing so much value to the transaction that everybody wants to continue to do business. They want to help us out. They want to continue to be attracted to what we bring to the table. And so that's whether our client, whether we're working with a buyer, whether it's a seller, or whether it's another agent on the opposite side of the table, where it's the mortgage company, where it's the title company, whether it's the inspector or the appraiser. Like, we want to be so effective in how we adjust the atmosphere when we're part of the transaction, that we're going to be attractive, like we're going to be desired. So the way to do that is that we have to touch that experience so much that we achieve this mission. So that's what our mission is always is about. You know, as we take part as realtors in this business or in this industry, we want to have the mindset to say, when we're a part of it, the experience is going to be greater. And it's not just going to be greater for me or my client, it's going to be greater for everybody that's connected to it. So that's our core mission here at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Forum. Another thing that I want to kind of highlight as well, it came out of our town hall meeting. And that was kind of like our core priorities for 2021. So we have 4 core priorities. And I just want to remind you all, this is something that from a corporate standpoint, the things that we're going to be really focused on, if not the entire year, at least the first 6 months, right? But if it takes us the whole year, then it takes us the whole year to get this stuff going. But the first priority is we want to have addictive member engagement. Like, we're really going to be encouraging you all to get more engaged in the things that we have going on. We're really going to, and that's why we're doing what we can to make it very easy for you to get engaged. We're doing what we can to make sure that you're consistently up to date. And you're going to see that as well as one of our priorities, that you're consistently informed. So we want to create such an ecosystem to where people want to be a part of it. They're attracted to it. It's kind of like social media. We always find our cell phones. We always find ourselves messing with our cell phones. That's the kind of engagement that we want to create for our ecosystem. The next one is extreme member development. Extreme member development. Okay. So we understand, there's one thing about growing your business, but then there's a totally separate thing about growing you as a person. So, through our coaching, through some of the other things that we offer, we want your business and you as an individual to grow, because a lot of times you're not experiencing the kind of business that you want because you haven't become the type of person that can be successful in that vein. So that's why our extreme member development is another core priority for Brooks and Davis. Everybody that's taking part, whether our agents, our affiliates, we want to make sure that you're being developed as a person. All right, the third thing is we want to keep the members informed 100%, right? 100%, that's our goal, to make sure that everybody knows what we have going on all the time, period, right? Whether it's through text messages, emailing, through the Facebook business page, through the group, through personal texts from me with links that you can easily engage and get connected to. So we're really streamlining all of this stuff because these are the things that we want to see as it relates to our ecosystem. All right, and the last one is exponential member business growth, right? We want to make sure that we do like we did last year, 142% increase in agent production over a span of 365 days. And we want to do it again. Brooks and Davis makes money with you guys doing transactions, right? It's not, yeah, we got the member dues there, we got the sign-on fees, we got all that stuff. But what we need as a brokerage firm is you all doing deals. That's what's best for everybody. You doing transactions is not only good for us, it's good for you. So let's get on the same page and let's work together to help grow your business, because that's when things really become life-changing for you. So what I'm gonna start doing in our moment in core is that we're gonna do our core ideology, but I'm also probably gonna highlight a core priority, just so you all know, the long-term scope of what we're trying to achieve, but you also can see that more micro view of what we're going after for the next year, right? So we're going to do that as well. Let's see. All right, so let's see how we did this week. If you've been a part of the Create Your New Life, then every week we take a look at performance, new added production. So it looks like a little less than 9 million, man. We're killing it. We're cranking it out. We're starting 2021 just like we finished 2020, right? For a lot of people, 2020 wasn't a good year, but for us, look, we killing it. So let's keep killing it. I love it. So a little less than $9 million. Our top 3, want to give a shout out to the ladies, Kendra Wheaton, LaQuana Davis, and LaKendra Kaufman, holding that top 3 spot again. A little less than $300,000 worth of commission. So if your name is not on the board, let's get you on the board. These are people, these are individuals that are about to get paid from doing transactions, doing what, what we're here to do. And it's not, I put it here, like you all have access to the formula. You all have access to what it takes. And as your brokerage firm, we're going to make sure that we do our part. I'm serious. We're going to make sure we do our part to get you to where you're doing transactions, to get you to where your name is on this list. So if you're not doing transactions, let's get more committed to the coaching sessions. If you're going through the mentor program, make sure you're engaging and you're doing that piece. Let's make sure that you're taking advantage of all the resources and the things that are in place to get you there, right? Because that's what all of this is about. A lot of times people, you're not on the list or you don't have anything under contract is because you're just not doing enough touches. You're not telling enough people that you're in real estate. You're not engaging enough. You're not putting yourself in a position on a daily basis to where your maximum exposure of the fact that you help people with real estate transactions. You're not doing enough of it. A lot of times it's as simple as that. You're just not telling enough people. You have to tell more people every day. You got to touch more people every day. And that's what's going to help work to get you to the end game of where you're trying to get. So again, if your name's not on there, get your coaching once a week. Let's do it. Let's make sure that we're putting you on pace to get that done. The next thing we go into is, as we look at our pending board, and again, congratulate everybody that had new production. I'm sorry, I was supposed to shout out my favorite realtor in the world, LaQuanta Davis, because she's the only one that she brought in 2 transactions over the week. So congratulations for that, LaQuanta. All right, moment in court. I mean, not a moment in court. The another thing that we highlight on our Create Your New Life is the proprietary programming. So the one that we want to highlight today is the one that you're taking part of. It's your Create Your New Life business meeting and coaching session. And I like to highlight this one because, again, not only do you get the access or the engagement, which is something that we, have that addictive engagement, keeping you informed 100% of the time. Also, member development and business development. So it's like our Create Your New Life just in itself helps us really move forward as it relates to hitting our core priorities. And in addition to that, in addition to you getting all 4 of those things, you also get that CE credit as well for participating. It's real quick, it's easy, it's virtual, right? You don't have to come into the office. You can engage on your smartphone or your tablet or your computer through Zoom. So, it's such a unique piece of the puzzle with Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm that we're proud to continually remind you of that piece. It's a great way for us to engage on a weekly basis. I love now that we've added this interview component so you all can, hear from your fellow agent members about different sides of what they offer and kind of what's going on in their life. I think it just really allows us to enhance that family environment that we've been shooting for all of these years. So it's just another enhancement. So again, every Tuesday, 12:30, we go live as far as our agent members and our affiliate members can get on, we can connect, we can engage. Again, the chat is open. You can unmute yourselves. We can talk, we can have questions, we can work through problems. And it's just a way of the company being able to come together on a consistent basis. So no matter how we grow, because, we have a goal of getting to 104 agents by the end of the year, and then even past that, as we continue to grow, we want to have these elements built in to where we can still come together as an organization so nobody feels like they're doing this thing by themselves, because we definitely do not want that. So Create Your New Life business meeting. All right, so last thing before we get into last thing before we get into our interview with our special guest, Miss Brina Fairbanks. Can't wait. Yes, let's learn about Brina. Okay, so real quick, let's do our events. You all should have gotten the February events calendar. We posted it out, put it in the group me, put it in the private Facebook page, put it on the Facebook page. Here it is right here. We've changed it in the office. So this is what we're going to be doing every month. So you all will be able to save the date on everything that we have coming up for the month. As you can see, there's a number of things. We're going to stay busy in our coaching and training center. We're going to commit to doing 2 to 3 events per at least 2 to 3 events per week. So we're definitely going to commit to that. And we have virtual events, we have in-person events, trainings, just a host of things. So here's our events calendar. What's coming up, I guess, this week. Tonight I'm going to be on Clubhouse. Well, right after this, Mastermind Through Tough Times, I'm going to start talking about that as well. But, we go live on the Facebook business page at 2:30 on Tuesdays. So that's there. Again, if you're in the private Facebook group, you'll get notified there. If you've liked be in the private Facebook group, right? Because you get everything when you're in there. So we're going to be doing that today at 2:30. I'm going to be on Clubhouse. Brina and myself, we're going to be moderating just a continued conversation from what comes from today's conversation. Yeah. So that's going to be today at 7:05 as well. So for you iPhone users that have Clubhouse, we're going to be on Clubhouse at 7:05. Continue the conversation. We're doing a lunch and learn on tomorrow. So if you have not reserved your spot for the lunch and learn tomorrow, do so. We're going to shut down registration here real soon. I know it's definitely not going to go into tomorrow. So go ahead and RSVP. Again, whether you're going to attend virtually or whether you're going to attend in person, there will be, it's a lunch and learn. So there is going to be food. Our sponsor is sponsoring some food for you guys. So that's why we need to know a head count of everybody that's going to be coming through. And we're just going to be hearing from an inspector as far as his process. He's going to educate us on that, because that's kind of what our series is going to be for this month. We're going to be dealing with all of the like the affiliate aspects of a transaction. So inspector, we have an insurance guy coming in, mortgage guy, a home warranty. We're going to have those 4 different lunch learns this month. So go make sure you reserve your spot. We have our affiliate member and affiliate member and mentee study hall on this Thursday from 6 to 7. So again, and another element, we're actually going to create a virtual element to the study hall as well. So whether you guys want to come into the coaching and training center or, go through it virtually, again, it's a way for our affiliate members and our new agents to come together, work through issues, challenges, really learn the business together. One of the biggest challenges for new agents, and, I have some senior agents on here, we all experienced it. When we first got in this business, we didn't have a clue of what was going on. When we were studying for our exams, we didn't have a clue. And a lot of us ran into challenges getting past that real estate exam. So that's what the study hall is about. Again, building that environment to where you don't have to do it by yourself, right? You do it together. All right, and then we have a license to carry class this Saturday. So for you all that's wanting to get your concealed handgun course, that thing sells out fast. Like because obviously our space is not so large, so you can only carry about 8 to 10 people. So if it's something that you want to do, you gotta get with me quickly. I had one agent wanted to get in, and she reached out to me Friday evening. Really, it was Thursday. She reached out Thursday, and it was too late. So my man, he sells them up. Those spots get taken very quickly. So it is something that we're going to probably do a couple of times a month. Now that you have the entire calendar, then you'll see the next time he's going to do it. I think it's on the 20th. But you can't wait till the last minute as far as reserving your spot, because they go really, really fast. All right, let's see.